Welcome to Logan Lightning TV. I'm Robert Blanch and I'm with first team coach of Logan Lightning, Nick Croyden. Nick, 2014, a successful one from the club, fifth place, up from sixth from the year before. So slowly but surely climbing the ladder as we get more used to the highest level in Brisbane. 2015 already looking like another step forward for the club. Were you happy with last year's ending, and of course, where are we heading in 2015?
I was happy to a certain extent with last year. Obviously finishing higher on the table, and probably in all fairness, we're probably a squad that wasn't as strong as the year before. Lost a lot of key players early to injury, and a lot of key players moved on to professional contracts. So we actually had to rebuild again for 2014, which made things difficult, put some more things back into play. 2015 is probably different. We've retained the quality, we've retained the boys that we want, which gives us a stepping stone and a foundation to move forward for 2015. And then we've been able to identify players that we wanted to bring in certain areas, and we've been able to do that as well within the constraints of the club, which is not easy with a lot of the other clubs out there with different ways and different methods of attracting players. We don't have that luxury, so we've been able to do it in our way, and I'm very excited by the boys we've brought in.
As you say, plenty of faces that we recognise around the dressing room, but also quite a big number of players new to the club.
Yeah, there's a good balance though. Like, we've got some Logan juniors in there from the Beanley side and the Logan home side, so they're good Logan FC juniors, which is fantastic. We've got numerous boys there that have been on the journey with us from the Metro 1, Div 2, Div 1. You know, we got promoted pretty much 3 out of 4 seasons, and we've got some of those boys still in the squad, still in the first team. And then we've identified a few areas where we needed a little bit of experience, and we need a little bit of professionalism from some ex-pros or boys from overseas that have been able to play in full-time programs, have come out here and certainly added to our program.
Silver Boot has been very successful for the club in a group where we probably, for most punters, didn't give us much of a hope at all. We've come out, we've lost the semi-final, but of course we're in the third and fourth playoff. That's a great achievement, I think, from the quality of players and clubs that are in the BLK Silver Boot. How do you see that as a start to, well, season 2015?
We're probably the Stephen Bradbury of the Silver Boot, to be honest. Probably had the 2 best NPL sides in our group, and no one expected us to get out. And after losing the first game, we sort of fell into the semi-finals. You know, we'll take it with 2 hands. A good performance versus Olympic got us there. Probably now that we got in there and then got beat on Tuesday night, probably hard to swallow, because we could have very easily won that game if we'd played a little bit better. But certainly Rochdale got the win and deserved the win, and I wish them well in their chance at glory. But it gave us, we learned a lot from the game as well, so it's something that we got out of it moving forward, so that the lessons learnt from that game actually puts us in good stead moving into the real competition in 8 days' time.
Jimmy, newly appointed coach of the Logan Lightning FC Women's Premier League side, must be excited to be taking over the side who were very successful last year. City Cup, Grand Final and Premiers. Maybe a little bit of pressure on yourself to maintain that in a division higher.
Yeah, well, whenever you take on a head coaching role, it's always pressure that comes along with it, but that's something I've just got to learn to live with and get on with it.
You're, I suppose you're still learning your players' names. I mean, it's only recent that you've been appointed. How's training been going, and is there any standouts for you at this stage?
Well, I have been happy with training. I think the response I'm getting from the girls is good. I think they know we've got to take it to the next level, and I think we're doing that. Still, we can do more, and that's what the coming weeks are for. Probably our standout player would probably be Tian. I tip that she'll be probably one of the best players in the league.
Okay, you had a hit out the other day against Souths, and well, a good result, I think, all round for the club and also for the team.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, I wasn't looking at the result. I was looking at how we played football and how we went about things, and the reports I got, we played well.
Okay, well, and that's, I suppose, at this part of the season, I mean, although season kicks off soon is that the side's playing the way you want them to play, they're listening to instructions, and if they can, of course, a bit of confidence in getting some results.
Yeah, well, the girls, we haven't named our squad yet, so if the girls respond and listen to what I've got to say and take it on board, it'll go a long way to cementing their spot in the squad.